I'm June Wasser. I'm the new executive director for Reagan-Udall. I think it'll be a month on Monday that I'm here, so I'm still learning the landscape. Happy to be here and meet all the different partners and constituents that we work with. Program like Big Data for Patients is a real reflection, I think, on what Reagan-Udall's mission is in supporting the FDA, in building public-private partnerships and improving public health, working with all the different government and regulatory agencies, patient advocates, is really what we want to focus on, what we want to do to improve and engage patients in clinical research. We look forward to your participation today. I will say I've been here a short time, but I'm extremely impressed with Alicia's and Diane's dedication to the program. They were totally responsible for the day. I express my gratitude to them and to you for coming and participating, and I'll be around here for the morning, so if I haven't had the chance to introduce myself, please say hello. I will turn it over and to the people who are actually running the program.
Thank you, June, and thank you everybody for joining us. My name is Diana Lee Chavaria, and I'm the program coordinator for Big Data for Patients. I would also like to thank the people who are joining us online. I think we have quite a nice audience of people who are joining us virtually today, so thank you very much for your participation. And to start off, I'd also like to recognize our steering committee. They're sort of interspersed throughout, but they have really been super helpful in developing this program, and Alicia and I could not have done things without them, so we thank them very much. So to start off, let's see if I can work this. This is just a quick rundown of what our day is going to be. We'll give a short program update before turning it over to Dr. Stephen Roth, who is going to be discussing the overview of the curriculum and training structure. Then we really want to have an interactive discussion with everybody, both online and in person, discussing the curriculum and the training structure and how that is being developed. Then we're going to bring up our panelists who are going to be discussing a little bit about the roles of patients and advocates in different health data initiatives. And then finally, finish up the day with some brainstorming about how BD4P can be useful to people who participate in this training. All right, so to give a little background, just to remind everybody, Big Data for Patients is a data science training program in the science of big data that is aimed at patients and advocates. We are aiming to equip patients with the knowledge they need to actively and substantively participate in various big data initiatives, because ultimately big data in health is patient data, so it's vital that they participate, and that will help ensure that it encompasses the needs of patients. Training in this topic is necessary to ensure that patients and advocates feel sufficiently informed and prepared to participate in different big data work. BD4P has 4 main objectives, which you can see there, and they all go to support our main program goal, which is to ensure that the patient voice and patient's needs are central drivers of big data research efforts in biomedicine, which is one reason why events like this, where we really try to engage different stakeholders and engage people online and both in person, are so important to us. So a couple of projected outcomes from our program. Ultimately, we anticipate the participants will be able to use information from the training in a variety of ways that will best suit their needs, and that they will be better equipped to work with different partners, such as scientists, clinicians, and policymakers, to ensure that big data research is patient-centered. We also hope that they can apply evidence-based decision-making to key issues of importance for their different advocacy communities, and to be able to provide the educated patient perspectives on issues related to big data. So now I'm going to pass it over to Alicia, who's going to discuss the current status.
Great. Thank you, Diana, and thank you again to everyone for joining us today, both the people in the room and those online. So Diana already showed you the agenda, and so today you're really just going to be, going to be hearing a lot about, what we've done since our last stakeholder meeting back in December of last year. So I think there's really been a lot of movement, and I'm glad to see that there was a lot of interest in this meeting. We really want feedback from you. That's really the main goal of this meeting. And so please don't be shy, both online. I'll be moderating some of the online discussion. And if you do have questions, please feel free to jump in and ask. We really want your feedback. So today, the main focus of what we're going to be sharing with you today is where we are with curriculum development, and also touching on the program development, what the ultimate training program is shaping up to look like. And that's really one key area where we want feedback from you. So to really ensure that we're developing a program that meets stakeholder needs. So your feedback is critical. So we do want to continue to engage with you all, both during this meeting and afterwards. We do plan to have use the summer timeframe to really help finalize this. So we'll be taking a lot of the feedback that we received today, and also hoping to reach out to folks afterwards to get additional feedback, whether that's through focus groups or additional surveys. And so today, you'll be hearing a little bit about where we are in terms of content development, and also a bit on the structure of the ultimate training course. So for next steps, I touched on this a bit, but really this program, which is something I'm really proud of for Reagan-Udall and for this program in general, we've really had stakeholder engagement and stakeholder input as a key driver of this program. And so we started out before we even really got the project kicked off with the stakeholder needs assessment to really hear from you and help set our priorities for developing the content that will ultimately go into this training program. And so, as I mentioned, one reason why we're here today, we want to continue that really focus on stakeholder engagement. And so really encourage you to share your feedback with us. Again, please don't be shy. That's why we're here. We have cards on the table. So if you have questions, we'll take them that way. And for those online, I'll be manning the chat discussion. So you can write in your questions there as well. And yeah, so aside from that, Reagan-Udall is also actively exploring additional collaborations to help support this and grow this program. And so, as June mentioned, if we haven't introduced ourselves to you yet, please feel free to come up to us. We're glad to talk to you. If there's any interest in pursuing different partnerships or collaborations around this effort or other Reagan-Udall projects in general. So just a quick mention about some of our key target dates. So we are aiming to have a draft curriculum by the end of June, which we'll hope to finalize through some additional stakeholder meetings, through webinars and surveys over the summer timeframe. And we are looking at a fall kickoff for our pilot training program, training workshop. So we have tentatively down there September 30th, but we're looking in that September-October timeframe. So please stay tuned for more details on the training itself, as well as a follow-up stakeholder outreach. And with that, I will turn it over to Jennifer.